And standings after one rotation, it is a 1.5 lead for Patrick Kirksey over Mihai Bagiu, 9.75 to 8.25. Now let's move along to the women's vaulting competition. Introducing you to Marna Neubauer, who will be our first vaulter as you look at Coach Al Fong. She'll be going up against Kelly Pitzen. Now Marna Neubauer is just 14 years old, but at 5 feet 4 inches tall, she is one of the tallest gymnasts in this U.S. Challenge.
She's going to do a Yurchenko laid out. Nicely done.
She competes for the Great American Gymnastics Express. There you see her coach, Al Fong, currently in 9th grade.
Round off onto the board. Good reach to the horse. Straight body position. She was a little short. I think she'll try and maybe just power it a little bit more. She sort of underdid this vault. Looks pretty good right into here, but she could be just a little more aggressive. I'm sure it takes a long time to get confident on this style of vault because you are going back into the horse. And it's a little scary, to tell you the truth. And when she perfects the technique, she'll be able to be a little more aggressive.
You saw the score, 9.35 for the first.
That's a better one, sure. You can tell right from the start she had a little more power, a little more speed, and more aggressive into the horse.
It is the better of the two vaults that will count towards her all-around total, probably the second.
Yeah, you can see right here, good block, nice tight position, much better rotation, and of course that makes the landing very easy.
She just looks stronger, more powerful in the upper body on this one. You can actually see the height coming off the horse. 9.35 is the first vault score. Her second vault obviously better, and the judges agreed. 9.575, the score for Marna Neubauer on the vault. And this young lady is 4'10" Kelly Pitzen. She was born in Toledo, Ohio. Her family currently resides in Hudson, Michigan, but she is training in Houston, Texas.
That's pretty typical for a lot of the gymnasts. Born in one town, live in another, and train in another.
In the third.
It's interesting to note here, she was 12th as a junior in the Junior Nationals last year and competing against Marna Neubauer, who was 10th last year. So these will be two junior competitors for some time to come. She almost completely missed the horse on the approach on that Yurchenko vault, and she handled it. Watch what she does here. She's going to do the round off onto the board. She reaches back, and look what happened. Watch her hands. Her hands slip off the backside of the horse, and she almost didn't make that around, but she was very tough to pull the vault around. You can see, watch the hand position right there. Her hands almost off the backside of the horse. But she knew exactly what she's doing. She's obviously had really strong progressions and background because she knew when she didn't get a good solid push to pike in and pull the rotation around to keep it safe and to keep it successful.
Spotting her is Rick Newman of Caroli's Gymnastics, which is where Kelly Pitzen competes. Correction, that's John Holman who's spotting her from Parkettes, who's helping out. Her coach is Rick Newman from Caroli's Gymnastics.
Yeah, John's just helping out. The Karoli clan didn't make it up here this time. Neither Bella nor Rick made it to this competition, so they asked John to help out in the meantime.
8.70. Score for the first vault is 8.70. Of course, the luxury she has is that it is the higher of the two vaults that will count, so she starts with a clean slate in essence as she does her second vault.
She is one tough little girl because that time she got one hand on with a good solid push and the other completely slipped off, and she did a great job at maintaining control. Watch her hand position on here. One of them gets on pretty good. Looks like her left hand gets a decent push and her right hand slips off.
Oh.
She's one tough little girl because she didn't panic and she pulled it around beautifully. Watch the hand position here. Left is on and the right's going to slip right off the backside of the horse, and she still makes that vault.
Maybe she should change it to a one-handed vault, because that's in essence what she did.
Then give her a 10. That's
yes,
hard.
Yes. 9 9.1. The score for the second vault, that is the standard that will count. And there's been a correction on Marna Neubauer's score, 9.525. So she has the lead after vaulting over Kelly Pitzen, 9.525 versus 9.10. The men move now to their second rotation, and that is the pommel horse. Up first will be Patrick Kirksey, followed by Mihai Bagiu.
Last December, Patrick was third in the all-around in the Winter Nationals in Colorado Springs. That's the re-ranking of the national team. Now they do it twice a year, not just at the national championships, but they also have a Winter Nationals to re-rank the national team. This is his favorite event. Boy, this is nice work. Look at the smooth line. Good rhythm. It's not too fast, as we've seen. He's not rushing. He's doing plenty of difficulty. Single leg scissors. It's a requirement. It's down to the end. A really nice handstand pirouette off. That's a clean routine. Smooth, and he looked always in control. We haven't seen a lot of that here at this competition. We've seen a lot of people have trouble on the pommel horse.
And Patrick Kirksey currently owns a 1.5 advantage over Mihai Bagiu. It might grow with this performance.
You can see why he was fourth in the pommel horse event at the NCAA championships a couple of years ago, because he has good, clean lines. A lot of difficulty, and he never seemed to panic. He was always in control.
On the floor exercise event, Patrick Kirksey received a 9.75. Let's see what his score is now for the pommel horse. I believe it was announced at a 9.65 for Patrick Kirksey. These are not the kind of numbers that Mihai Bagiu needs to hear. He'd like to hear those after his name. After floor exercise, Mihai Bagiu received an 8.25. Let's hope he can rally here.
He says this is his favorite event and his best event. Beautiful work. Good straight body position as he travels all the way across the horse without using the pommels. And he travels back up into the middle with the pommels. Oh! God, it was going beautifully, too. He was doing a move called a pommel Russian as he was going to travel to the end. I really don't know what happened. Looked like he was leaning back a little bit. Let's see what happens. A pommel Russian right here. Oh, his hand just slipped. It looked like he just slipped off his palm. And, of course, when you lose, you're only supporting on one hand at a time, you lose that grip, and you're in trouble. Kind of a fluky mistake, actually, because he was doing very well to that point. Good toe point, nice high single leg work. Notice the extension on the scissors. It's good work. Picks back up into the flares. Those are very impressive. Without the pommel, he travels to the end. This is tough stuff.
Nice finish. I like his haircut. He reminds me of a composer. Mihai Bagiu, just 17 years old.
This is a beautiful dismount. Watch, he's on the pommels. Now watch what he's going to do. He goes down without the pommels, takes tremendous elevation above the horse, makes his way down to the end, right up to the handstand, and pirouettes off. A big finish.
Too bad he had that bobble in the beginning. That was really a very nice routine.
Yep, he had plenty of difficulty, good line, good extension. He was going for a good score.
Although when you see a gymnast this young doing those kind of moves, you know the future looks very bright. The score from Mihai Bagiu, 8.85. After two rotations, he trails Patrick Kirksey.